Welcome to the presentation on tips for being a successful online learner. In this presentation, we will discuss key issues surrounding online learning, such as what is online learning, issues to consider, advantages of online learning, disadvantages of online learning, and tips for being a successful online learner. Online learning is conducted over the internet by completing required activities at a distance and managed online. Online learning is when students take courses over the internet using web-based instructional resources such as learning management systems including WebCT, Blackboard, or Moodle, using video conferencing tools, and other various technological devices. When considering online learning as opposed to face-to-face or hybrid learning environments, there are several issues that learners need to be aware of in order to be more effective online learners. First, students must have good time management skills. Time management is important in order to complete assignments by their due date and to stay on pace with course materials. This is one issue that is often most difficult for those new to online learning. Next, students must also be comfortable with the technology. A student that is not comfortable with technology will have a much more difficult time adapting to the online learning environment and may have trouble with issues such as accessing course materials, completing course activities, or submitting course assignments. Students must also be able to use technology properly. A student that cannot use technological devices properly will encounter difficulties completing assigned tasks and coursework. There are a number of advantages to online learning. One advantage of online learning is the flexibility online learning affords the learner in completing course activities and requirements. Students are often given the flexibility to complete their coursework on their own schedule when taking online courses, but must often still adhere to various course requirements and deadlines. Another advantage of online learning is the interaction that you can get from working and communicating with other students. There are a number of potential instructional activities common in online courses that facilitate interaction. Activities such as discussion forums, chats, and synchronous online meetings can increase student-student and student-instructor interaction. While there are a number of advantages to online learning, there are also some disadvantages. One common disadvantage is that students may feel somewhat isolated in the learning environment. Students in an online environment often miss out on face-to-face socialization with students in the classroom. The contact that students may receive from other students cannot be felt on the computer. Another disadvantage is the potential lack of support you may receive from your instructors. Some instructors, particularly those new to online teaching, may not provide timely feedback and responses to their students. Some students may also encounter technical issues that require additional time to complete coursework. Students may not receive the technical support needed, and completion of course activities may suffer because of this. Unlike traditional students, online learners do not have support facilities that they may access to receive access on various issues. If an online student needed a lab or workstation to complete an assignment, they may be unable to in an online setting. In addition to the disadvantages previously mentioned, students need to be aware that some distance education classes do not require oral communication skills. This can be a disadvantage for learners who communicate poorly with others or need oral communication skills as they enter the workforce. Also, students will have to plan in advance to complete some of their assignments because some students may not have the equipment to complete the assignment. These students will need to plan ahead in order to schedule lab time or purchase the equipment needed for coursework. Most students that fail to become successful online learners lack discipline and self-motivation to meet all the commitments and requirements for the course. This is one of the most vital characteristics a successful online learner should possess. Students looking to succeed in online learning need to be open-minded and share their experiences. If students have life or educational stories, they should share them with their classmates. This can help with anxieties that may prohibit the learning process as well as create a more collegial and social learning experience. Additionally, students should be able to use the writing process to communicate their ideas effectively. In a virtual setting, it is common that the vast majority of communication is written, so it is vital that learners convey their ideas effectively in writing. Successful students should use critical thinking skills and the decision-making process in their coursework. Most online coursework incorporates students having to use critical thinking and decision-making in assignments. It is vital to reflect on your ideas before responding. Assignments are often detailed in nature and require students to think over their responses, research the material, and then reply to assignments or questions posed by the instructor. It is important that online learners believe that they are able to receive a high-quality experience in an online course. In order for this to occur, online students must take advantage of the resources available to them. In this presentation, we have addressed a number of issues to consider when taking online courses. As you begin the online learning experience, consider that online learning requires a large time commitment. Also, you will want to maximize the benefits of online learning, such as flexibility and interaction with others in the learning environment, while being cognizant of the drawbacks of online learning, such as social isolation. Organization and self-discipline will also be essential to becoming a successful online learner. This concludes our presentation on tips for becoming a successful online learner. We hope that you found this presentation helpful and that you'll use the additional tutorials to access more information on online learning and Moodle.